Alright, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I have a message. So, this reading is for somebody who may be dealing with this particular situation. There is a few people, a group of people, who are upset that you no longer are a part of their clique. So, you are someone who have decided to try something different. You've decided to go in a different direction with your life. Um, you no longer are a part of this organization, this particular community. It may be a church, a religion. You are no longer a part of this affiliation. You no longer associate with this group of people, and you've decided to go in a direction to do something that is more authentic to you. You've decided to participate in something that is full of ease and flow and to work harder. No, work smarter, not harder. Scratch that. You're deciding to work smarter, not harder. See, this group of people wanted you to work hard because all their life, that's all they've ever known is hard, 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 hard. And you become um, now aware of the fact that it don't take all of that. You don't have to do it the way that they do it. You are now the leader of your own pack. You may not have a group of people that follow you, but you've decided to follow your own heart. And that is what is leading you now in this season. So I'm going to pull some cards and get a message for you and see what comes out. And I hope the reading resonates with you. So if it does, hit that like button and subscribe. All right. So, the burden. See, this is what I'm getting. You are leaving the burden behind. They wanted you to do something that has always been the way of being. And they wanted you to be this person right here. They wanted you to be the person that they can ride on. And you see how this person is dressed up in all of these nice clothes, these fine garments, and you're on they're on your back, and you're dressed in rags and torn down, and just like just looking disheveled. And they got this cock on their head, this rooster, this chicken, which I'm hearing they have a bird brain. They're being led by something that can't even think. I'm also picking up on the fact that they haven't been thinking for themselves, and you have been carrying them this whole time. So this is why you have gotten wise and decided to drop the burdens and move forward with your own life. They realized that you was no longer being willing to be controlled, and their programming is not a part of your new programming. They wanted you to stay in the program so that they can know that their program is working. So if that makes sense, stay with it. All right, so let's see what you're looking like now. But they are upset that you are not no longer a part of their clique. I'm also picking up on this mean girls energy. It could be a group of women. It could be one woman who was leading this group, this organization, and they are upset that you decided to go your own way. So we have the chariot, speedy, transport, momentum. So you have gotten in your car and you have ridden, like you riding away from this situation. You've rid yourself from these people, and you no longer are in a situation to where they are reliant upon you. I'm hearing that these people didn't even have transportation to even get around. You may have been somebody who Whenever they want to go somewhere, they call you. So now you have done all of this work, and you may have saved up your money and got a new car. I'm hearing somebody just got a new car, so congratulations for that. So you may have just got this new car, and now you have discovered a way that you can get out of this situation, and they're upset at you for this. So also what I'm picking up on is you have been following your intuition. This is what has been guiding you. This is what has been um your new vehicle. See, vehicles don't always have to be the car. You could have found the solution to this particular problem. You could have found the solution or another vehicle. This is what I'm getting. You have found another vehicle that you can ride on towards your success. And so this is why their program is no longer programming. The program ain't programming. They wanted to program you to always be in this particular position that they seen you in. But you seem greater for yourself. So they no longer have momentum and you on your own path and you got your own momentum. Let's see what's happening behind the scenes. All right. Behind the scenes, you have intense, spontaneous, ambitious. I'm getting that these people see you like this. They didn't see themselves as ambitious. They may have looked the part, but I feel like they lacked the ambition. They lacked this spontaneous uh programming mindset. See, you were someone who was willing to take a risk. You were someone who was willing to step out on faith. You were someone that was willing to follow your intuition, follow your own thoughts. Cause see, they didn't have any thoughts at all. They got this chicken on their head, so they bird brain, and you weren't. Let's see what's the positive, and then see even with this, the cars. I'm also picking up the fact that you have multiple streams, multiple vehicles, multiple ways of getting paid. Whatever way, whatever way, original way that you was getting paid in this with this particular group, you still getting the residuals from something that you did or invested in the past. That's what I'm getting on, picking up on with these vehicles in the background. Like I said, these cars don't necessarily have to be cars. They could be residuals. They can be a path toward that's moving you towards your ultimate goal. All right, let's see. What's the positive about this? All right, positive about this. Hangman, ponder, retreat, enlighten. See, you become enlightened. That's what it was. You took your energy back. You're now in Hangman. You took time to reflect on this situation that you just left behind. And see, look at them back there. They not like you. You're not regular. These people back here are half naked, no clothes. So I'm getting that you are someone who carry yourself with integrity. You have pride in yourself. You don't just go on exposing yourself in the ways in which these people expose themselves because they thought that you was like them. You may have been like them in the past. You may have done some of the things that they are doing, and you tested it out and you seen that they don't work for you. So now that you've reflected, you pull yourself back, you pull your energy back, and you're now reflecting on who you are and who you want to be and where you want to go. They're upset with you. Let's see. What's the low vibration? What's the negative? Low vibrational part. Curious, alert, vigilant. They are stalking you. They, like I said, they want to see what you're doing. They up to. They want to check you out. They want to see what you're working on. And they don't even know. They don't even have the information that you have. But they snooping. They scoping the scene. They asking people about you. They want to know what you up to. What other group you a part of? How else you been getting this money? How long have you been doing this? That's what they want to know. What's the advice for the next 7 to 14 days? All right. Next 7 to 14 days, you are protected. Harmony, calmness, serenity. You're moving on to calmer waters. You're at peace. You got angels. These are you have angels and guides. You probably have your ancestors watching over you because they knew that you deserve more than this life that you was in this world that you was a part of, that you thought you was a part of, but you have been guided away to calmer waters. At the bottom of the deck, Queen of Wands, seductive, fierce, confident. See, your confidence carried you a long way, and you knew that you looked good. See, I'm thinking that these people, they wanted you to feel like this about yourself. And they've been riding on your energy because you make them look good too. And now that you're no longer a part of this group, they don't have that energy. They can't. This is why they've been snooping, trying to see what you've been doing, because I'm picking up on the fact that they probably been copycat. They probably been trying to do everything that you've been doing, and they've been using what you know to carry them for a very long time. All right, let's get a affirmation card. But before we dove any deeper into that, but this is also what I'm picking up on. They didn't expect for you to believe in yourself. They what they couldn't have known was the thoughts that you was thinking while while they were riding on your back. This made me think of a situation where I had this job where I worked at DG Market, and this could be a work situation because this is what I'm picking up on. It's very similar to this. So I had this job at DG Market, and I spoke about how I wanted to buy this car, but I wasn't willing to pick up any extra hours. I just wanted to take a consensus of the thought of the group. How would they go about purchasing a vehicle? Now, a vehicle could be a liability. A vehicle isn't really necessarily an asset unless you know what to do with that car once you buy it. So once I started telling people that I wanted to buy this car, the two people that I actually told about buying the car, they started picking up extra hours. And then once they started picking up extra hours, their cars started messing up. And then my husband ended up getting into a car wreck and got a rental. So they assumed that we had a new car because my husband was the one that was picking me up from work. So they didn't even know that we had a rental. And once that happened, that's when they went and got them a new car. But they went and pulled out a loan for their car. We didn't have to do that. Our car was ultimately paid for because it was insured. So we had money to get us a new car and money left over. We didn't have to work hard for that. So I ultimately end up getting a new car without having to do any of the things that they had to do. It came to me through ease and flow. And not only that, I didn't have to spend a dime of my money. It came because the people that I told my dream to was trying to beat me to my manifestation. They started asking me questions like, how much is your rent? Without even knowing that I didn't have any rent. We had a mortgage. And that I didn't even have to take any of my money to pay my mortgage, that I was getting paid from that job. And so they started giving up, they started telling on themselves because they then revealed that they were being inquisitive and curious about what it is that I was doing when I would leave work. They started snooping, and checking, which was them doing illegal shit, checking the office to see how much I got paid an hour. And they was like, we know how much you get paid an hour. We take the checks and stuff to the bank. And so my response was, I don't care if you know how much I get paid an hour. You don't even know what I do with that money. Unbeknownst to them, I already had a financial advisor. The money that I was getting from that job, I was buying assets, shares to the company. And I would take my assets to buy other assets. And then the money that was accumulated from those assets, that money bought me my luxuries. This is why I be telling y'all, it pays to be financially literate. But it also pays to mind your own fucking business too. So this is also what I'm talking about. You are tapped into people who know how to maneuver, who know how to get ahead a little bit faster than the normal 9 to 5, than the normal let's go spend our money on luxury goods so that we can look good instead of actually being wealthy. They was thinking that just because they had a higher position at this job and they was making a few extra dollars than me, that they was actually above me. But they was really bird brains. They didn't know that the last shall be first and the first shall be last. You see how that chicken is on the head when the chicken is really the one that we eat and slaughter, would be the first to be eaten and slaughtered. And you see how he think he ahead, but he really on the bottom. That's what I mean about it. But anyway, that's just a little short little story. Let's see what comes up. All right. My life story in the law of attraction. Each and every component that makes up your life experience is drawn to you by the powerful law of attraction's response to the thoughts you think and the story you tell about your life. Your money and financial assets, your body's state of wellness, clarity, flexibility, size, and shape, your work environment, how you are treated, work satisfaction, and rewards. Indeed, the very happiness of your life experience in general is all happening because of the story you tell. So this is what this is how I'm going to close this out. Let them be mad. If you're in a situation or a work environment where you're around people that are upset with you, that you come to work and you don't sit and gossip and sit around with them and talk to them, you just get your money and you go home, and you planning a way to move a little bit different, to move your life in a direction that's a little bit different. If you are being ambitious and you have become enlightened to the life that you actually really want, don't allow these curious people around you to upset you. Make your decision and move accordingly. Be authentic and true to yourself because you are protected. You are on the path towards harmony, calmness, and serenity. And don't worry because they see your confidence as a threat. But in actuality, if they tap into the same energy that you have and they start telling a different story about themselves and their life, then they can have, be, and do whatever it is that they see that you have being and doing too. Alright? So, that's the message. And if this reading resonated with you, hit that thumbs up button. And I'll see y'all in the next one.